when strengths become weakness, when our strengths become our weaknesses. I experienced this morning. I've built a strong business on the Facebook platform, and all of a sudden, boom, the platform's gone, it's down. That strength becomes an immediate weak point. And it's like that for many things in our lives, whether it's our gym membership, a structure that we are reliant on, something that becomes a real strength for us, can take us out if it's removed or we don't have access to it. I've experienced this with burpees. They were the foundation of my exercise program, and then I injured my shoulder and I couldn't do them. So that has been another test, and this Facebook shutting down has reminded me how important it is to maintain connection, but also to build and strengthen personal sovereignty, personal self-reliance, whether that comes to running a business, eating or following a meal plan, pulling off your daily workout. If it's just solely reliant on a gym or someone else waking you up to pick you up for a run, when that doesn't happen, you are going to be left up shit creek without a paddle. So it's about being able to adapt, to have multiple ways of problem solving. It was so interesting to me this morning when Facebook was down. I couldn't log on, and I started disasterizing, thinking I must have been blocked or banned, and then I tried multiple ways to log in, and then I realized how desperate I was. I realized how much it had affected me, and I realized how reliant I was on an external structure, how reliant I was on an external structure to run my business, to connect with my clients, to advertise, to market, to inspire people, to connect with my community that I had created. So it's been such a powerful reminder for me to reinvest in my website, to reinvest and put out content across multiple platforms. It's also been a fantastic reminder to build my internal resilience and to not get reliant on one particular thing. We've got to be able to be mobile, to adapt, to shift and to change, and that is very evident as well with this injury that I've had. I've had to adapt my movements, I've had to adapt my thinking. The thinking is the most challenging thing to adapt, because our brains seem to gravitate towards negativity or that worst case scenario. I'm really proud of myself for having awareness of that, building the awareness of my triggers, building my awareness of when I went into that disasterizing, that theorizing of, oh, it's all over, it's just been deleted, everything's gone. Whereas actually my business is me. That can't be taken away from me. No one can take that away from me. It was a really humble reminder to continue to build my personal sovereignty, to continue to build my brand in other ways across YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. I'm not even on X, not even on Snapchat. There's so many other platforms and ways to connect with people. Even things like newspapers, reaching out to those local productions and avenues of community. So thank you for joining me on this journey. And if you'd like to, drop in the comments, what's something that you are reliant on that if it was taken away, it would really disrupt your life, it would really disrupt your well-being. It's important to think about and have fun with it. Like, you can rehearse with it, with adapting. You know, you can take it away from yourself or abstain from something, whether it's coffee. I know a lot of people will be thinking, oh my gosh, without my morning coffee, I just can't survive. And that's a mindset. That's not actually physically true. It's a psychological addiction. Just like that Facebook issue I dealt with this morning. I felt like it was just, my business was over. It crushed all the hours and hours of hard work that I'd done, the groups that I'd created, my coaching groups and online communities. But it's about being adaptable. It's about seeing the win, seeing the learning within that situation. And at first it is hard to do that, but we've got to build other avenues and ways of validating ourselves. I realized that I had been relying on Facebook a little bit too much to validate my business, to validate my my business and the things I was doing. Whereas I had to reflect on the things that I coach people with. It comes back to validating myself with an internal process, whether that's meditation, following a structured eating plan, getting good sleep, stretching, expanding the physical body through basic movement, physical exercise. I've just been on a run. I've just had to go and remind myself of what is actually important here. If all this whole internet shuts down overnight, we need to be able to have ways of knowing, being and doing that validate ourselves. We need to have personal sovereignty intact. And a lot of these things are really taking those away from all of us. We do have to bring our awareness to our personal sovereignty and also strengthen our communities around us. Strong communities have sovereign individuals in them that can work together, adapt, compromise, expand, contract. It's so important. So I'm really thankful for this learning this morning, having this experience of thinking, whoa, fuck it, it's over. I'm not going to be able to run my business anymore. I've lost all this content. I've lost all my groups. I've lost all my events. So it's been a real big wake-up call for me to strengthen my personal sovereignty in my business, but also my mindset, to re-establish and reflect on my personal sovereignty of my mindset and how I go about my day. Because Facebook has become such a big part of my business, I need to bring it back, just like I said before, the things that I coach and guide my clients with. Validating self, validating the self through natural actions like meditation, like breath, like physical exercise, like stretching, journaling, diarying, manifesting, visualization. All of those things are available to us at any moment within our body, within our mind. We can do any of those at any moment in the smallest area, just sitting down in a corner of a room. We can accomplish all of those things. So it's very important that we remember that personal sovereignty is always with us. Don't let other institutions, organizations or corporations define your sovereignty. It's from within. Remember, you are powerful.